runes or has his blink dagger ready, there are a fair number of targets for him to jump. Drow, the most important one, of course. That's all later down the line. First, we've got the initial smokes, the early observer wards, a placement on the map around these bounty runes before the creeps spawn, and then the laning stage, of course.
Very intrigued about this bottom lane. This angle here with double jump, like will he fare? Was their strongest pick. He decided it's the Panga. We didn't really see the angle fully. We doubted might even go mid, but EMA a very talented player.
The Chensat are going to die already. Smoke ganked and killed. Does give Gaimin Gladiators a little bit of information. I know that Radiant Observer Ward can watch Na'Vi as they fall back. The Watson Drow. I mean, coming back to this, early pick on the Drow Ranger seemed like a response, in particular against this Lifestealer, having a range carry to contend with him. We come back to this argument again of Lifestealer and his current item build versus some of these carries, which used to kind of counter him. The Drow, the TB, whoever it might be. He's got that Infest Aghanim Scepter Basher that jumps inside of them, which is very annoying. But you got to get there first.
Yeah, it's gonna be this, like, what do we use versus the Doom? It's gonna be SNY and then Axe. So for a long time, it's a third luxury item for this Leicester. So maybe he feels like a long time he will have upper hand. Of course, Gust versus the Rage can sometimes be tool burst this Leicester. So I can see the angles, but also with the Axe change, I can see how Lifestealer later can have upper hand.
I mean, my mind is having difficulties trying to figure out, you know, we're going to be playing fast, we're playing slow, what are we going to be looking for in terms of timings? Because it feels like both teams have pretty greedy lineups that can be pretty greedy and want to hit maybe later timings, looking at Doom and Drow. But then you've also got heroes like Chen and Queen of Pain on Gaimin Gladiators, right, which can play fast, run around the map causing havoc. Same story with this, you know, Lifestealer, Pango, Phoenix. They can scale if they get there. But Tiny and Bat, they want to be running around killing people.
I would say pretty active first nighttime, and then we'll have a slower time after, like, first Sneak Way or not, until the Blink Dagger. And the action will erupt again. And yes, both teams are content with scaling at least on first few items.
I don't know. I just love these little moves. Watson and Celery, you know, pinging a range creep or pinging a melee creep, and it's like, yeah, we're going to deny it, both send projectiles to it. And there was a range creep half HP. Zayat threw his flame break to secure the last hit. Like, nah, with double ranged heroes. I'm going to get every deny in this lane. So far, Zayat's going to do everything. Yeah, I mean, PMA already dropping to like 20% HP because he's being clicked non-stop.
They're like...
Phoenix. Tofu gets the first blood.
Berta with any offlaner that has a kill power like a Doom. Or third. And the Infernal Blade Skull. What happened to Salary Crystal Maiden, you know? This Brewmaster Berta, you get level 2, kind of faster than enemy, you surprise them and them. Was a counter, you know, this Lifestealer was a straight up response to Doom.
Yeah. Now they even get the pull into large camp as well. Mid lane, Queen of Pain 13-4 against the Tinies 11-5. As usual, we always expect, you know, Tiny early on to do very well, if not just matching the opponent. But now we start getting this Queen of Pain a couple of levels. Her harassment, her range right clicks, really zoning Niku quite a lot. And Queen of Pain very often going to have access to all of the runes with Blink from this mid lane. Tiny really
Story
suffering.
told many times. Queen is just a nuisance. And although last hits are pretty good for Nico, the harassment starts adding up and gonna make his way into the room.
Yeah, refill that bottle, get back to lane. Quinn will take that slight advantage now. So far, no major disasters from either side. Phoenix dying, not ideal for that top lane out of Navi Jr., but Lifesteal is having a great old time. PMA down here seems to be farming nicely as they've recovered a bit in his bottom lane, both full HP on Navi Jr. with some regen resources still to use. And hell, I was talking about Oh, that's unfortunate. That's unfortunate.
He's got the juice. Like to pause and unpauses the game. A mistake. Oh, hopefully
But yeah,
their bootcamp place or wherever it is, everything's okay. Was just
someone tripped over some cables or something because they're back pretty quickly. I'll get ourselves back in. We were talking about Celery's movements through the Twin Gate, right? Minute 3, minute 4. It is pretty much bang on minute 4 here, and Riddy's is coming down into this bottom lane.
But look at PMA. Like maybe he'd back. Like he's like kind of not in position to dive.
Yeah,
It's
the
just-
bat is on the drow.
Just unfortunate.
So what would you do in this situation? You know, if you're Zayats, you're on the drow, do you call for your team to dive and kill Watson, even if it means you're going to lose heroes, or do you give up on this?
I mean, you slowly pressure with creeps. You don't tank the towers with ads.
No, it's just unfair.
He should not be taking the aggro. He only can take the aggro after the flag creep dies, who is a little bit tankier than the others. So just kind of slowly dive and make the as much as pressure. Do not commit. Draw is still full HP.
Zayats making sure the aggro shifts off of him. Very low HP and thinking about going back in with the dive of Phoenix. The gust pushback from Watson and Tofu's arrival. He's going to deter PMA from going any further.
This is the earliest gas diver, so
Level 3 drow with gust? Wow.
if he uses it at the perfect time, you know, he can stop the double jump. Cool.
Yeah, nice little bit of tech. Well, I mean, Tofu now, he's down here. I don't want to say he's stuck. He can still go through Twin Gate, but he spent his TP to come into this bottom lane. We've also got a rotation from Quinn, but the bounty rune's denied right under his nose by Riddy's. First dive gets the distance. Looks like we're going to reset. Tri-lane on tri-lane bottom now. And this favors Navi Jr. because Lifestealer can 1v1 the Doom.
Oh, for sure. This top lane is only gonna get better for got the juice. I'm level 6 on the Zayak. He's pretty low with a blood grenade.
He's waiting for the blink, isn't he? Now the blink has happened. Zayats sees Quinn, but can't catch up to him. Relieves a lot of pressure off of Niku, though.
This is my game plan too. If I'm playing versus gaming, I wanna make Quinn as annoyed as possible. Middle round is gonna be 50-50. What is it?
Unfortunate. Children's nice. Bounty in that top jungle is going to get grabbed by Tofu. Zayats has made a long journey from that bottom lane all the way up through to top. Radiant Vision spots them all moving back through. So Tofu's got the save avenue back to safety. Now Gaimin Gladiators know that there are 3 heroes kind of swarming top. Ace can dip back, stay protected by his tower. And Chen and Drow playing aggressively onto PMA, who's already used both of his spells. No swash, no crash. And these frost arrows are going to come in and slow him down, but a very wise TP. Back to Fountain, while over at the Radiant Ancients, the Sonic Wave will blow up the Batrider. A dive from Phoenix looking to secure the kill on Tofu as Tiny arrives with an avalanche, but Silence doesn't get the toss. Can't kill the Queen of Pain.
Always
End
done
up with
1 for 2 trade. In triangle, even worse for Navi Jr. It's wisdom. Celery gets one. Eventually,
does, yeah.
someone will pick up that one on the Radiant side. And you have Bat and Phoenix, you know, two heroes act. Using double waves will make even a bigger burden.
Their ult huge. Niku mid's going to hold back. Run away while down at bottom lane. Another dive onto Watson. Forces the gust. That's going to be enough to allow the Drow to TP. Leaving Celery to be sacrificed. But a big rotation and still a kill on the Phoenix off this tornado. Gets Celery the kill. And tower's still very healthy. It's all these little things that add up, right? Like Watson's still farming. They've got the Doom now alone in his lane. So a 2k gold lead kind of emerging here for Gaimin Gladiators because Na'Vi feel the need to go and play aggressively. Bat and Tiny won't find anybody.
Malden
And this,
again.
whoever TP's top is dead.
Yeah, I don't think they'll try to mirror and trade. But another 50-50 going Niku's way. So I'm just mad player and just multiple hit. Even against Jiggle players, they just keep losing this season. I guess that kind.
Yeah, Quinn's like, right, I'm gonna have to find advantages elsewhere. Flame break pushes him back, but he's got this blink. Of course, to escape. Ooh. Phoenix top. Readies. Get away from Tofu. I can't remember if Riddy's always had this tag, but he's added the Gladiator tag to the end of his name. Where the X equals an A, I assume.
I don't think it's E. Yeah. Oh. That's right. I should try to defend this tower, but as we said before, 1700 HP and 10 stick charge on this Tiny at minute 9. That we'll have to go through.
Yeah, I've been a big fan of this build. It used to be that mid-tiny had to go brown boots, blink, rush. But then we had like Dark Mago and Nisha, whoever else, kind of go treads or phase into Soul Ring, Magic Stick, all these little items makes you incredibly tanky. And the blink kind of comes naturally, you know, if you're able to play through your hero's body. Spamming spells, get an active rune hero there. Feels much nicer, the tempo you can play at. We'll go back in onto Quinn mid. The tower very nearly dead. Attempt to deny, successful. Well done by the Queen of Pain. And Navi Jr., they topple towers down. Mid, after the pot was gone, but in comes the Sonic Wave, and Tofu's crawling. Zayat's blown up, and they've got level 6 on Tofu here. Cracks it for the Pierce the Veil, the slow from the Frost Arrows, the blink from Quinn, the scream and the damage enough there, with Niku tossing his own teammate around into death. Tofu's the trade out, and PMA comes in far too late with his Rolling Thunder. He's going to miss completely because there's a haste rune for Quinn up at top spot too.
Not only he misses, but that means that Quinn gets this haste. And the biggest tool that Navi Jr. has in this early game, Rolling Thunder, use to no avail. Not what you like to see in PMA. Hopefully they don't have any technical issues anymore. That would be just, yeah, it's loss 50. Not something
That
you like to
hurts.
hear. Either if you're gaming or Navi Junior side, you kind of just want to have a fair and square game.
Yeah, I mean, Gaimin Gladiator is well known for their sportsmanship, right? If there is a technical issue and they're asked to wait, Quinn has several times in the past, kind of used up his reserve time or said, just chill and wait. We're happy to wait for it. 50% packet loss. You're literally not playing Dota anymore, right? You're playing Civilization or something, turn-based gaming. With all this action bottom and mid lane, the happiest person on the map right now has got to be Ace's Doom. Lifestealer picked against him, but he's still top of the net worth after skipping Devour for the first, 5 levels.
He's a classic Ace, if you leave him alone, he's gonna be a king of efficiency. Pulling 3 plays into and just maximizing. Now, you have a Doom, but 3k at no 12 with the tower disadvantage. Pretty substantial lead,
Yeah, comfortable spot to be in. Watson now gets a pretty safe place to farm in front of his tier 2 down bottom. And PMA is being hunted by this Doom. Ace has come through the twin gate in behind the Pango. Doesn't quite find him. The scan doesn't clip. And it looks like the Chen and the Muerta have given up on that swing down south. I'll pivot back towards Quinn with this 12-minute rune spawning up. Quinn says, screw the rune, I'm going for kills, but doesn't quite finish off Zayat. Nearly had it. Tofu with a dead shot. Just off the mark. Nice attempt from Gaimin Gladiators. Main objective, though, of course, get the rune, get Quinn a bottle refill, and then kill tier 1. NAVI Jr., this is the problem area for their draft. Waiting for Radiance, waiting for Tiny Blink, that's not that far away, but also kind of waiting for a moment where Batrider and Phoenix both have ultis and are ready to fight back with a Rolling Thunder.
The problem, you're losing so much map control and everybody is tanky on the game. So even though you get it without levels on Batrider and Phoenix, no Radiance on, like, where's the damage gonna come from? He's not gonna be jumping solo killing this. He needs help. And Batrider, minute 13, coming 14. Is something will find it with Bro? Bro is gonna find him, you know? It's like, what's up, low 5 bat?
Yeah, what you doing? What are you up to, Zayat? Ace. He felt this one coming. The avalanche just about in range. A good calling from Tofu. That sends them packing.
Rolling Thunder must be name of the game for the fight of now. They need to find a way. Just Supernova, save it with Rolling Thunder. Something like this needs to happen. Otherwise, they'll just be a mercy of this gaming lineup. It scaled tremendously, you know. All the heroes on gaming scale very well. And they're gonna do exactly that.
This is huge. Oh no! I guess Niku thought he could just blink toss.
I didn't quote it perfectly. Like, I feel like if it's just in the side, like just to jump, avalanche into toss back onto Pango, who starts the roll meanwhile, and then you chain the roll. Meanwhile, GG will make the move. There's a rage. He's fast enough. Here first.
Island. Yes, cat. Lifesteal and now rage TPs, but the physical damage. Hang on, he's infested in the Wild Wing. Tries to hurricane himself away. Wild Wing's about to die, and the rest of the follow-through damage comes in time from Gaimin Gladiators. Nice attempt by Got the Juice, but it's kind of like that. Very few chances.
This is playing CS. This is very type NP, you know. Nice try.
Yeah.
Figuring out here's this TP. Quickly tries to go to Valken. Tornadoes himself away, but there's so much, and now with Glitch Wait use onto the face, basically roll the free. This tower, no Rolling Thunder. It's just gonna be like a free tier 2, 6k.
You know, it'll die eventually. They brought it down low enough. Zayat and Riddies, they've spotted Quinn over in this top jungle, and they've got Lasso into Avalanche Boss. The Hand of God, the heals and sustain with 18 one charges still to play with. Supernova expended. And the last couple of moves. Down at bottom in the bottom right-hand corner. The Tiny with the jump and the failed initiation. The life still getting caught up top. It feels like time stops. And NAVI Jr. are like, shit. You know? All of a sudden, there's 5 Gaimin Gladiators heroes there where you've missed your initiation. It's rough.
That was your go-to move, Gareth. First the Rolling Thunder, now like the lasso, and you just do nothing, you know?
Just every time Gaimin Gladiators make a move, and you just expect something big to happen. NAVI Jr. really struggling to get into any kind of rhythm. Doom. He's going to have his ulti on this Pangolier. Ace is going to chase all the way down. Nothing Zayas can do. Lose another core hero. Unless PMA rolls. Win is coming for you, though. Oh, yeah, he's got the finish.
You're not magic immune in that. You're just taking less magic damage. third roll that led to nothing. First two were completely whiffed and tried to escape with it. And this was our concern during the draft too, you know, this 18 pick Pango, like your strongest hero, your juicer, he's lost in net worth of all 6 cores. He has not made any progress with the Rolling Thunder. But then again, you know, if they're truly, I'm not saying they're lying, but I just don't know if the packet loss is constantly, you know, that's a big excuse, you know. It's really tough to play in these circumstances. It's just a sad story that it's happening this way.
Yeah, I mean, it turns the game into a slideshow, right? If you have those problems, it would be a real shit way to go. I guess the way to look at it, you know, is game 1. There's still chances here for NAVI Junior. It's a 6k lead for Gaimin Gladiators, who are, you know, top 3 their cores, all at the top of the net worth. Feeling pretty comfortable, but there are timings to hit here with this Radiant's lifestealer not that far away. Tiny's working on his blink, on his BKB, sorry, while Bat is working on his blink. So further forms of initiation to kind of jump and catch people, always going to be handy here for Na'Vi Jr. to try and kite around his Queen of Pain and Drow, who offer such mobile range damage. Radiant scan as well. That Rider immediately silenced up. And there were heroes lurking in that jungle. Gaimin Gladiators seemed very warmed up from their series earlier on. Very snappy, decisive moves from them.
Oh, Watson circling where the next area of attack will be. I even like pressure even more. AD room for Queen. Nice deep ward by top. Kind of preparing in advance. 2 minutes away from here, Roche will be on and they'll be ready to either put walking around it or just take it on their own.
This Drow sidestep facet's pretty funny, you know. Watson just like shows up to mid lane, multi-shots the wave, runs away at the same time. Pretty speedy Drow. Very difficult to find. They're being very delicate with their positioning now, Gaimin Gladiators. This is a moment to strike from Na'Vi Jr. So you can see the scans from the Radiant, positioning of the Drow and the Chen tucked in the jungle. While the Doom and the Muerta, they are playing aggressively into the lifestealer here. If they can get a kill on this carry, even if they lose their lives, they've forced all these ultimates out of Na'Vi Jr. It's still going to be a trade, Doom and Muerta for the lifestealer, but the rest of Gaimin Gladiators are arriving. PMA now stuck on the low ground down in the river, dragged back by the Hurricane in towards Watson. Celery picks up the kill while Quinn just moves in to this tier 1 tower to take the objective.
Not the worst day for Navi Junior, you know, you finally get this one of these big kills in Ace, but at the end of the day, it's 2 for 2 plus a tower. I'm testing
and
this
you used
tier
everything.
Yeah, you used everything, and that's what's gonna be left to defend this. So, in a moment, it looked that game will just progress the map more. Shot is questionable glyph. Oh, I'll leave this tower pretty exposed. Let's see. Wrestler needs to be careful because if he gets this guy, there's a Sonic bot to work with on the side of gaming still. You know, they still all of their stuff.
He can just straight up die. He's pinging, like he knows they're there, right? Watson's TPing out, and Celery hurricanes to low ground. TP away as well. No lasso for 20 seconds or so as that moment happened. So Zayat's instead going to go and try and kill some Chen creeps.
I think that that's not thick enough to hide the Chen.
Got a big butt.
It is a very big butt. We'll turn that into that controller.
He keeps all his auras.
Really?
His drums, his buckler, yeah. It's the boot of a car. Opens up a little compartment. All the goodies in there. Maybe he hides it under his Christmas hat.
I thought that's where the asset or innate ability creeps come from.
Creeps him out. Here's the
They're-
summon convert.
Now, Doom back online after the gaming. The lead has not grown so ever since 15. So at least that Navi Junior has going for themselves. They stabilize a little bit, and now it's all gonna be about this rush. I don't think Navi Junior can take it, but maybe takes once Watson and Gaming make a way there.
They've got another round of timings, right? Tiny BKB, all of their ultis are back off cooldown. So now the Junior probably pretty happy to try and take a similar fight to what happened down bottom. Just this time, you know, without the lifestealer getting jumped and doomed.
Smoke mid, Doom is ready. Whatever they find should be a VP. But actually, Doom smoke gets popped in the trees by Pangos, so he's gonna think twice before making a jump.
I don't know, I can't get over how massive this Doom is. 12,500 net worth. He's got Blink BKB on top of Midas drums. So often we see this Midas is like, we pick it up, we use it, we sell it, we pick it up, we use it, we sell it. Ace is just going to keep accelerating. No need to use the devil's bargain when you're this far ahead.
They try for a play work, they instantly TP and I'm just gonna go for Rock, but Navi's come here, feel get paid, and it's too strong as Russian, but they won, they can still take a fight.
The jump and Muerta. Ufu straight into the pierced veil.
He's just fine.
Falling down, he's fine, stands and fights, Supernova popped, and now Gaimin Gladiators just reset. They fall back, but the Drow, lassoed up by Zayad. An optimistic initiation, try and follow through on a pretty scuffed team fight here. And Navi Junior turning tail and running. Ace will give chase right onto Riddies. Phoenix gets zapped down by Quinn, and Niku honestly might be in trouble as well. BKB TP for him to get back into the fountain. The damage pretty hefty with that Sonic Wave to take him out in the well.
I was like, it's just a Doom for trade, but between Draw and Queen of Pain, is no chance of winning there. And we saw what you jump this Muerta. Best case scenario, you kill her for rolling time, Supernova, everything but the lasso. What's there left for the big boys? What's there left for this Watson? Left for the as we watch Watson just pummel through this bad brother.
Next to Riddy Solar Crest.
You know what's there left for Quinn and Ace? You know these are the big problems, not the Muerta Tofu.
That is a good question. I was going to ask, why didn't they use the lasso on Muerta? Because that would have guaranteed the kill, right? But Zayat's thinking ahead like you are, you know? If I use the lasso on a Muerta, what do I do for everybody else?
Yeah, I mean, a top fun. It just seems like all these pre-picks adding up, and creating a position where you almost need to come back into this game.
It's all compounding. Got the juice will TP out of the enemy ancients. The rest of the team preparing to play out this mid lane. Tofu, he's smoked up alongside Watson. Queen of Pain shows Navi Jr. might feel too safe over here because Tofu does get the Rod of Atos to land, but the dive was already there. And high ground vision dewarded while Zayat lurks nearby. And this is where things get pretty hard to play the map now. Shen playing out of this top jungle into top and mid. Tier 2 mid is under threat constantly. Navi Jr. always on the defensive, looking to try and break out of their base. It's just like chain smoke time, honestly. Phoenix has got one. He's going to use it now. Some way, you've got to break out of this 14k deficit.
I mean, as you said, if you just keep as it is, you'll like 5 to 1 cold K goal per minute. You need to make something happen. Like it might be desperation, desperate times call for desperate measures, say, and you just kind of YOLO it. Fight on distance, see what's up, you know.
Toss back into tier 3s maybe? I don't know, you've smoked up here, now you're waiting in your base. Gaimin Gladiators have all the room in the world to set up multiple lanes. Bottom is in the Dire base. Mid as well. Top lane's going to get shoved here by Queen of Pain Illusions. Navi Junior don't have a moment to themselves.
I think that's the play. You know, you use your repulse, pause back, and they'll hold the glyph from the tower does a lot of damage.
Can you go on the drow?
Yeah, I think you go on the draw. You just lasso him right and hold for the bad.
You can't though. Look at Quinn. Oh, Niku. He finds the opening to toss back the drow. Quinn was trying to protect him with those illusions. Watson's going to manta, jump away with a gust and a multi-shot, but the Aegis still claimed up. Supernova's ready here. A flame break to push Watson down still. They've spent lasso and the rolling thunder. Navi Junior have off lane, but another round flurry of attacks. Quinn unstoppable on this Queen of Pain. Navi Junior hero down. Team fight abilities lacking. So reliant now on
Quinn and Ace, so you don't have lasso, you don't have rolling thunder. What's left? They jump in the takes and
pretty much game over, honestly.
This is that. This is both
Game
same.
Yeah, you see what? Gaimin Gladiators.
Maybe a little bit of an understatement. It was quite a stomp. You know.
Yeah, it's like it didn't finish super. The whole the game, like
Alpha Wolf is the main one, but there's a decent amount of.
Okay. Oh, we'll see how they do with it. Getting ourselves into game 2 here. Gaimin Gladiators with a 1-game lead. Step away from qualification to DreamLeague Season 25. Navi Junior looking to just refresh themselves after a game 1 stomping. Change up the draft a little bit. Keep the Phoenix, keep one of the elements the same, but everything else completely changed. Still another game where they're kind of relying on, hitting timings, but it's like an TA should have decent enough laning stages that doesn't prove to be a problem.
Similar to game 1 in a sense that Nico is got a Link Dagger and then the whole world be on his shoulders. No way. Like,
Yeah.
to kill up mid, open another tower and prepare for rush. Like that's all gonna be his shoulder. That when the game is this way, I don't like it. When one player everything perfect, it's just too much. Dota is a 5 game. So, like divide the recipes. Not one guy can do it. It makes it easy. You know, we just about this.
And then you compare it to Gaimin Gladiators, who have multiple ways to activate the Solar Guardian from the Dawnbreaker, which gives them incredible team fight. Map, form, even Naga Siren can set things up. Navi Junior secure that bottom bounty win for themselves. Really posturing down there with a fair number of heroes. As Gaimin Gladiators will get the other 2 remaining on the map. And some early Dire Vision pretty much focused from mid up to top. Radiant Ancients. Gaimin Gladiators looking for the stacks that are going to be made for the Sand King.
Yes.
That's one of the ways, Sand King was a very popular hero, like 6 months to a year ago, maybe a bit more. He was the mid, the offlaner, because he would just come out with, a first item Bloodstone, then into Blink, be unkillable, be huge, because he took a lot of early stacks.
He was unstoppable in terms of like coming to his timing. If we are aware that Nico is gonna be at this,
Diets. How many times do we see? Oh, is he okay? Can you get away from this? First blood there. How many times do we see this where Phoenix level 1 fire spirits oversteps and dies first blood?
nice body block.
All right, cross blast back onto PMA, who doesn't want to go and finish the kill. Doesn't want to lose any more resources here, waiting for the Phoenix to come back to lane. Gaimin Gladiators striking first.
Level 1. If you use up these fire spirits, you get really
You feel so strong, right? It's like, I'm hitting them. I've got fire spirits. I'm doing so much damage. They can't hit me back. And then it all expires. You're like, oh shit, I'm just here. Storm and Sand King trading farm mid. Not super exciting. Bottom lane though, could be fun. Bat and Dawnbreaker. Quite a lot of damage. Level 2 Dawn, level 1 Bat, but still putting the pressure on to Got the Juice with a Blood Grenade. Bit of follow through. Would be great here for Tofu. And a little bit more to give. But TA survives. Ready, he's going to push that Bat Rider back. Nice comfy spot for Ace to be in, though.
Yeah, but Ace in the exchange, but I'm gonna be happy about it. No gauntlet.
He's got a null and he's going to go into Soul Ring or something, huh?
He's kind of a freeze read when it comes to this, so it's like kind of on point, and now he's gonna keep going on.
Meld into Battery Assault.
This is a
Fair amount
strong
of
lane.
damage.
You know, both of the sides have something to offer. You know, maybe from a broad perspective, it's a Dawnbreaker bad favored lane, but a little bit later down the line, there's damage in between Block and TA. This TA is a no joke.
There's a lot of stopping power. Well, Lycan also having a pretty nice time up top. Everyone's honorably farming. In every one of these lanes. Storm Spirit, he's got a wave arriving at him. Just seeing the Sand King slightly ahead in terms of last hits there. But Quinn can gather up the few under his tower with relative ease. And it looks like a straight 1v1 around these water runes as well. Everyone very focused on the side lanes with the amount of action that they're able to bring. There's no one guarding or stealing water runes. We should have the even trade for the bottle refills.
Not something we're used to see qualifiers. Usually it's already a festival on a 4-minute.
Where's the 4v4?
Especially in the Eastern Europe, however rooms come, they're like bringing the team. It's like 5v5. Crazy. It's also exciting at the same part.
Like, here's a level 6 gyro, minute 8 at an active rune. Not sure we'll see the same thing from a Naga Siren. We could. I see this Dawnbreaker and this Lie can get involved. Lane now sat in front of that dire tier 1. Ace pretty happy with the positioning of this lane right now. Gaimin Gladiators starting to edge ahead with slight last hit leads across their lanes. Lycan starting to suffer a little bit to this Naga and Lich, who are very defensive, very protected. It's going to come back to that story that you're spinning about Niku on the Sand King. He needs to have a good early time, which he is, and that's going to have to transition into... Does it have to be a Blink Rush from Sand King, or can he go for that Bloodstone build that we saw months ago? Does he have to be jumping and catching, or can he be more of a scaler? Come back in a second, because down at bottom, Ace, there's that meld into Battery Assault you were saying. The damage output's tremendous. They kill off the Dawnbreaker, but the stacks of Napalm up here from Bat. Refraction, the meld hides away. Scary times for the TA.
Nonetheless, a good trade for Navi Junior. I mean, it has to be a Blink deck. It's gonna be phase 1 Blink deck, maybe move. Otherwise, like, what are you on the map? Yeah.
Well, they turn on Celery with body blocks out of the Lycan Wolves. This Lich is dead. Yeah, man, Zayats make something out of nothing there. Keeping the Phoenix alive at the same time. I feel good for that Navi Junior top lane. But here's a bit of action. Support's rotating to guard the rune. Rides has to take it, so no bottle refill for the Sand King.
Neither of mid laners get their own, you know. Still Quinn than a couple of previous, he always loses 50. The top lane, I mean, all around board, you know, but everybody's kind of happy out of the lane state. You know, everybody getting what they want. So we're gonna move into this wisdom part, which will not be an invasion, which is unusual when you have the blocker. That's many add.
There's a lot of hats for the Phoenix. Zayats has got all the hats.
I have no idea how you, like, how hats work. Like, why does he have so many? Or how does it work?
I've got no idea.
No clue.
His teammates gave them all the hats.
As we said,
Wisdom runes.
wisdom split. And then a bit of action should be coming from this inner power. You have advantage. There's a ball rifle for him.
His bottom lane, constant back and forth. TA, with the clockwork to go on the Dawnbreaker. But look at Watson. Naga Siren has come into this bottom lane and shreds the Templar Assassin. Riptide and the Illusions break her down, but Niku responding with a good set of cogs. Clockwork traps Tofu and Ace inside for the Sand King to pick up a double kill. So a good rotation from the Naga, but even arguably better one for Niku here, because Niku is that puzzle piece. But they need to slot in. And TA is going to return down to their bottom lane. Naga Siren returns back up the top to continue farming, but a good early signal from Gaimin Gladiators that Watson is going to start getting involved, even on a pretty farm-heavy hero like Naga. Phoenix and Lich having a little head-to-head just above the active rune on that Watcher. 8 minutes. It came and went with a haste rune for Zayats, sprinting around. Again, no bottle refill for either of the mid laners. And we are just having Milan reconnect, sort out his technical issues. He'll be back shortly, don't you worry. You're not stuck with me for long. Celery over in enemy ancients. What was he up to here? There's no sentries, no observer walls, just a bit of a poke your head over the ramparts, see who's coming. And he stacks, sees nothing, and then dies for the information. Up top, Storm Spirit sees the Lycan and grabs him with the Vortex. Well timed by Quinn. The shapeshift. I'm not sure if that was used aggressively to try and pressure Watson or just defensively to run away from him, but either way, Quinn comes in with a snipe. That was Lycan, yeah, with Helm of the Dominator and shapeshift. So I guess wanting to play a bit more aggro. Well answered by Gaimin Gladiators. And RV Jr., though, maybe with a chance down bottom. Riddies has to make a long path towards the Dawnbreaker there, so can't get the opening to unlock his TA. And then a bottle refilled mid from Celery. Helps out the Quinn Storm. There's not much they can do to stop Niku from farming. As Milan was saying, this guy is kind of inevitable. Always gets to his item timings. Yeah, Quinn, who's been so unlucky recently with the rune battles, finally having something go his way with a double damage bottled up and a smoke out of him and Tofu. They're heading down south looking for the TA. I think Dawnbreaker, when it turned daytime, they saw the TA kind of leave the lane and head into this southern jungle. They'll know that she was around, but maybe got the juice with positioning here. He's going to be able to tuck back, and Zayats maybe gives his life to protect the Templar Assassin. Dives out of range, hookshot is in, only catches back while the Storm zips across to kill the Phoenix. Now, Sand King has a Burrow Strike. He'll use it straight up on the Storm Spirit, but the follow-through lockdown is real lacking.
Oh, Garrett, lob me. What did I miss? Win 80 drone, no towers taken.
I didn't realize you were gone.
That's how much attention you paid to me.
Yeah. Were you here when the Naga rotated through gate?
Yeah, I think that was
okay.
The last so when they killed it, got the juice.
And then Niku TP'd in, got the kills on Dawnbreaker and Bat.
Yep.
And then Lycan got his helm, shapeshifted top, and died to a storm rotation. And that was pretty much it.
That sounds like unfortunate for a shapeshift. As we can see, Gaimin, of course, head across the board. Not, you know, too much, but still.
Still a reasonably comfortable spot for them.
Another rotation by both of these fours.
I mean,
Our Guardian is ready.
Yeah, with that Solar Guardian, say goodbye to your TA. This Naga Siren seems to be answering the TA perfectly. And poor Riddy's Clockwork on the run. Pops his magic wand, but dead. So Ace's Dawnbreaker. So that's tier 1 bottom going to collapse. Top does get taken by PMA, so something going the way of Navi Jr. But it's starting to feel like TA doesn't have a game. There's no stacks made for... Oh, there's a couple of small stacks made for an Ancients, but nothing big, nothing juicy.
A little bit of a like in between TA and like I kind of was and open this tower up. See Quinn jump the Sankin.
And then a Sinister Gaze on Zayats, who has Supernova. Chain Frost used, doesn't bounce into anything. A dive forward from this Phoenix, but no egg just yet. Holding it for now as Quinn, Celery, and Tofu all on the retreat. In comes the Burrow from the Sand King, though, to secure at least a kill on the Lich, and then transfer this into an objective take.
Better than the previous, at least, you know. Get what you Lich kill one Lich. As back to my point, they kinda, you know, TA wants to hold their own big jungle and play around the threat. Lycan wants to like kind of be invading, playing big jungle of enemies. So a little bit of a like an anti-synergy. So we'll see how they adapt.
Niku with the blink reveal. A two-man burrow, epicenter hook shot combo. In they go, but Quinn survives. They get the Lich kill, but it looks like the Storm Spirit should be fine. Zips all the way back behind his tier 2 and is safe and sound.
Still, as good as he gets when it comes to this blink reveal, you don't kill the Quinn, but you force all of his resources, and if you can complete this mid tower, Ace will try to defend. Will be perfect. Oh, Quinn already here. Definitely fast.
Yeah, very quickly back into action.
That's the problem, you know. You got the two-man Barrow Strike and the Epicenter, but you still cannot land this 4 kill.
So yeah, I want to ask, is there a world in which Navi Jr. So you're saying there's kind of anti-synergy between the position on the map that TA and Lycan want to play. They're kind of opposing forces, right?
Or if they want to, they're doing the same, you know. They both want to farm these Angels, because Lycan farms so fast, but
yeah.
You know.
But could they not just put Lycan top, like a Broodmother or Lycan normally does, right? Play top jungle, play top tier 2, and then TA does this and farms Ancients behind. Does she, like, did she have to play bottom and bottom jungle for so long?
She wants to play it at least until like mid 10-11, because her early timings are strong. Her traps timing, you know. She wants to not just give up on the lane and the whole jungle, because if you pop with Lycan, if you farm this one camp, you get a tower, you're gonna collide as they did in terms of farming space. So,
It gets congested.
yeah. Who's gonna, you know, the more space Nico can make, the bigger this Tia and Lycan can get. Navi in a much better position than in game 1.
Far better, yeah. I mean, Niku getting these multi-man burrow strikes to start off fights feels incredible. Watson going to try and turn around and hit the egg with the song, giving them time to bring the Supernova down and space for Watson to get out of danger. Tofu likely dead here. Does get the lasso, but the Lycan and his summons.
Niku?
Take out the Bat Rider while Niku...
Whoa!
Oh, he was hunting for Watson, but he's missed out on the kill. The Naga TP's home. Now, Niku kind of isolated while the Wolf chasing Quinn. Dawnbreaker fights back onto Riddy's Clockwork. And Niku, with this epicenter burrow strike, just going to take the kill on Celery. Gaimin Gladiators. They hold their own, losing 2 supports. But Quinn, another burrow strike in. He's dead.
Niku, we said he's gonna have the world on his shoulders, but man, is he bringing the fire to this Gaimin Gladiators?
Has he got ace? Can he... No way, can he kill another one here? Surely not.
Not enough damage, but, you know.
The 15-year-old. God, he's got some confidence.
No
Might
lasso?
be paying for it now. There's no lasso, but he's been surrounded by Gaimin Gladiators. With a Sinister Gaze and the Ensnare, he'll pay for over-eager movements to try and kill off Ace.
He just felt praising him that he was kind of feeling the same. He was a little bit overconfident there, and that's gonna be a mega kill streak given away. But Lycan, Dom 2, it's a standard move to the rock. But they, Lycan moves are scouting this Dawnbreaker. Kill him.
They're trying as hard as they can.
With TA, they have nothing.
TA Deso.
You know, a little bit of an anti-synergy in farming patterns, but when it comes to this, the rush, 2 towers, the physical damage, the TA and Lycan work very well together. Gonna be a quick rush. We'll see where the Navi Junior takes it from here, because we saw the original Navi have like kind of pattern. Like they do okay in lanes, they get the rush, they get a couple of these tier 1 towers, but then they kind of struggle to the mid game. Let's see if Navi Junior can do it a little bit better.
Scanned for now. 18-minute rune coming up. Regen for Niku and a shapeshift. Lycan running towards Gaimin Gladiators. A good hook shot. The damage connects.
What?
Incredible pickoff onto Quinn after the bat died. And Watson now with Celery trying to run and hide, but a couple of little taps out of this Lycan gets a double kill for PMA. And Navi Junior really riding the high now. These timings hit. TA Deso get the Roshan, push tier 1s. The Sand King set this all up with incredible Blink Burrow strikes. And Gaimin Gladiator is kind of behind the curve now.
It's just the amount of damage in this Lycan Hall plus the TA Deso is just... I'm sure that they're playing on this Solar Guardian. You know, Quinn is expecting a Solar save with the Lich Rush, but they just died of a second. Literally, you don't get to react to it. Let alone like some Dawnbreaker ultimate. So really strong timing from Navi Junior here.
And it's going to hit even harder in a few minutes as well. We'll see this Lycan get towards the Assault Cuirass. A top net worth hero on Navi Junior. This Lycan is getting pretty big. And we'll have defensive tools like BKB, Sand King, Glimmercape, Clockwork. Again, Gladiators still looking to try and use this Blink Bat to get an initiation.
They need to start playing pick off game, you know. Playing into 5v5 versus this Navi Junior timing is rough. You know, you need to use Naga illusions to create advantage on lane. While I say that, 4-man smoke from Navi Junior, they're gonna try to get a jump, and they do.
Right onto Quinn. This time the follow through not there in time. A hook shot instead towards the Bat Rider, who gets obliterated. One tap from the Meld Strike. PMA gets the final touch. Now, Gaimin Gladiators, they see the whole map. They see the entirety of the map, but it's all Navi Junior's heroes sat mid, pressing into your tier 2. Feels like Gaimin Gladiators kind of waiting for BKB on this Dawnbreaker now. Next item on Naga is the Heart of Tarask. They have shown that Song of the Siren can kind of counter the egg, but it doesn't feel like the egg is the problem.
The problem is like the Storm cannot do much at this point of the game. The traps all over the place. Make sure like there's laying orchids on the ground for him to worry about. Double Glimmer Caves means he doesn't do a lot of damage. So until this Naga is ready to fight, it feels like Gaimin will have to dodge. That should be their best strategy, as they lose the Tormenta.
Yeah, and the Wisdom Rune. They're not even contesting on the other side either. Navi Junior TPing in mid. Epicenter towards Tofu. They find the Bat Rider. Quite an easy pick off there. It's Gaimin Gladiators. Yeah, they don't get to get the Wisdom Rune. They don't contest Tormentor. They get just a tier 1 tower. Navi Junior carve out pieces of the map for themselves. Wherever this Lycan and TA go. Gaimin Gladiators got to run and hide.
Is the power of Templar Assassin Trap, you know, just giving pressure and allowing quick one-two punch. You need to get this better kill into another wisdom, into Niku shard, you know. You love
Oh, we've
to
got a
get
game on our
these for
hands.
free. I mean, Navi is in a much better position than Gaimin is in this game. Not to compare to game 1 where they had 0 chances, you know. Now they're already in a winning position. He ready on this Lycan. BKB on Niku with the shard. You know, Gaimin will have to outsmart them in like a little bit of a more complicated way than we expected it to be. Still, Watson is #1 net worth by far, finishing the Heart of Tarask at minute 23, so he's still having insane timing.
And then we potentially get the question about, is Naga a good hero? Can she carry from this kind of position? So your high ground's being pushed.
Navi Jr., there's a glyph, but they're gonna knock. Ace head allows for a lot of pushing. There's a frost shield afterwards, so I don't think there's still a need for other heroes to come back, and Navi Jr. wanted exactly that. Force the glyph and try to gain more of map.
Yeah, whenever you put all of your efforts into pushing one lane, the opponents are always going to go and take two. So Gaimin Gladiators mid and bottom, open up that bottom jungle for them, so a bit of space there. And then as soon as Navi Jr. relinquish control of top, that's when that vacuum space gets filled up by Watson, with all these Naga illusions kind of safely pushing waves and farming areas which are quite dangerous. Like the mid lane. A Tofu. Interesting. Getting chased down here. Is he dead to summons? A Tofu pop Firefly looking to maybe clear the mid wave with the Naga illusions, and this Lycan just shapeshifts and sends the summons at him. Kills the bat, looks at Quinn now. They don't have any stuns, right?
I think just want to force him out.
No Orchid, no Hex, no nothing. So
Ooh!
hang on, that's a Sand King. Where's Niku come from? Oh, Sand King's TP'd in here. Gets a catch on Quinn, who's now out of mana completely. Okay, they don't have Shapeshift anymore, but they've got enough gap close with the Sand King and the Clockwork arriving that the Storm Spirit dies.
Niku,
I thought he was long gone.
I mean, presence of mind to understand and predict where this storm will zip and try to DP out. Takes a genius to know a genius, you know?
15-year-old prodigy.
I mean, Niku, a very, very talented player, and just understanding what one of the best mid laners in last couple of years that we had a Queen will do is just lovely to see.
I'm just imagining Quinn's Quinn's reaction. How is he there? You know, how does he know?
No, Quinn is like could hear the voice in my head. The Quinn said, "What?"
Now another big power spike for Na'Vi. TA has BKB. A smoke. He's going to send them top. Roshan potentially spawning in the next 5 seconds. We'll see what the real timer. I guess TA, of course, with this innate is going to know. Watson, the real Naga, has been scouted here by the TA. They've opened up with a hook shot. Riddy's over the top of Watson, who's already less than half HP and forced to use the song. Gets away from Cogs. BKB burrow, though. Niku in onto the Naga to stop the TP escape. Long range jump back in from this Sand King. Opens things up for the TA and Clockwork to dish out the damage. And PMA picks it up.
And they ping out the way behind. They know what's the next objective. They're running straight up for these Raxes, as it seemed. I mean, Niku once again just picture perfect, ready there to pop this BKB onto the song, not allowing for this. Killing this Naga. They're not pushing top, they're trying to catch more. I mean, as they die, they'll know Rush will be a very fast respawn, 20 seconds away from coming up, so being a little bit safe, waiting for that.
feel the wrath of Gaimin Gladiators, who finally get to use their combo. It's been a long time coming, but it does open up a bit of space down here. You know, bot lane shoved in, while Riddies waits at the Roche pit. Does Gaimin Gladiators have an opportunity to contest this at all? You just spent your big spells, right?
They're just not in position. You know, we talked AC and Dazzle, Roche will die in 10, 15 seconds. And like, unless you're right next to it as it starts being gone on, not much you can do. So another freebie for Jamie. Sorry, Navi Junior. Oh, Gem of True Sight for salary. That's a kind of way to go to recover on the map. But with Lycan and Wolves around, EA traps, it just seems that Navi Junior has way too much information around the map.
Quinn unlucky again. Invis for Niku.
Bandy, everything is nullifier. Everything's pretty much ready for the side of Navi Junior. Be looking at them forcing back at least, and then also believe in going for these Raxes.
Naga trying to do what she can, sending illusions mid, but they are killed pretty quickly, so no wave dragging. Maybe some cutting here as Tofu readies himself to go for that next mid wave. So if Gaimin Gladiators can kill the banner and kill the creeps that are in their base, a chance to defend. So that's step one. Naga Illusion's going to start things out. Banner around half health, but Illusion's no longer remaining. And that Radiant Creep Wave eventually gets dragged away from the banner and the tower. The Frost Shield delaying the inevitable demise of this objective.
Tier 3 will
get claimed by the dragon.
Oh, I'm giving up on this Raxes, but Tofu and Quinn are still not keeping, so until I see Quinn regen in the base. Ooh. Give up on this push.
Yeah, they come back to kill Tofu, who's been cutting the waves. Slay the bat and then push bottom lane, it looks like.
Cannot tell if Navi Junior is being a little bit too methodical with his gameplay. It feels like they're maybe afraid to strike a final punch, or you know, maybe I'm the wrong, and if they went high ground, they would the lead away. It's 1k, but it feels like kind of 5 to 10k lead for this Navi Junior side, just because the Naga hasn't done much network. Like, he literally, besides split pushing, she didn't do anything.
And Storm's had a hard game. STA with Aegis. Watson going to position himself back towards enemy jungle, play into mid, play into bot, cut waves again. That's going to be the name of the game here for Gaimin Gladiators now, to try and alleviate some of this pressure. Stem the flow of bleeding. They are smoked up. Dawnbreaker up top with Solar Guardian ready. Jumps onto the Phoenix with a Quinn Storm Spirit, and the control, it's there. Sand King in with his BKB Burrow Strike. Sandstorm and the AoE damage, not enough. And he's dead without his teammates really responding. Now with the Song of the Siren, they've got a catch on the Lycan with the end snare from Watson. The net's going to trap the Wolf. The Clockwork's dying to Quinn, and Navi Jr. Oh dear.
Oh, that's a gem lost. Oh, what a throw. Oh, Navi, it looked so close to like to Phoenix saved into an egg, into maybe a complete round, but they get both 5v4. Perfect start of the fight onto this Phoenix. TA was not there to help. Navi Junior both pants down with this Naga, and we without much armor during the beat. They just pop the song and they just kill him through it.
This song has been huge. To kill Supernova, to kill BKB targets.
Even with the Shivas, you know, he kind of melted.
Oh, man, how often during these qualifiers do we have to come back to the topic of moments? You know, we look at the best teams in the world. Gaimin Gladiators included in them, but like Team Spirit, Liquid, Gaimin Gladiators, Falcons. Even when they're behind, they still have this idea of how to win a fight, turn the game. They've got an identity in their mind of how the perfect team fight goes. And Gaimin Gladiators, they finally it took them 30 minutes to use their combo, basically. But when they do use it, it happens in such a way that now NAVI Jr. kind of despondent. This has gone from an even game to now a 9k lead from Gaimin Gladiators. Naga has gone from being a hero that's cutting waves and hiding. That is the Mariana's Trench of a graph if I've ever seen one. Straight down into the depths of despair for NAVI Jr. Because they were riding the high, right? They're getting Roshans, they're getting Aegis, they got pressure, they're pressing forward, hitting their item timings. But the big test is now, what do you do from behind?
They need to find a way to start a fight. You know, everything that happened was from them. And although if in a commanding position, the game was still equal economic, and when that's the case, then the initiation is king. They as I said, both pans now. You know, on and the enemy vision, perfect, massive lag.
The wolf is at your door. He was at your door before he got tamed.
Normal
we
lag.
need this third BKB for NAVI Jr. Lycan needs it desperately to deal with the song.
He has chosen Bloodthorn full hand, and sure how much I agree with this choice, but if it works, you know, kind of.
Tofu? Spotted on that high ground. And what's the other direction for TA? Like Daedalus or something?
Yes.
Butterfly against Naga?
I just think it's maybe a little bit of overkill with already the traps and stuff.
I guess you're looking at Naga with Butterfly and maybe he didn't want to buy MKB?
Maybe. It's not a late game either. Maybe I'm up. It's just kind of counter. Whatever. I take it back. I have no idea. Seems not too bad. It's just like it just, you know,
It
when you
overlaps with the
think,
silence, right?
but no, it's just when you like play Dota for a long time. The game a bit of abstract in a way that you're like, it just doesn't feel completely right.
It's like your pattern recognition is kicking in. I was like, this doesn't fit the patterns I've seen before. This is an outlier.
Yeah, no. You're like, what else should I be bought? I have no clue. We'll see.
It's like, this doesn't feel right, but nothing else feels right either. Got some itchy clothes on.
Maybe overthinking it as Gaming makes a 5-man smoke.
Lasso, straight on the Niku. This is a huge pick if they can land it. The hook shot, not enough to save him, and he's dead for 70. Supernova in place, Clockwork with the cogs, but the Song of the Sirens there to set up to kill the egg. Down it goes, a double for Quinn, and now they move in. Clockwork very low in the Lycan trapped. PMA, no BKB on this Lycan, gonna get netted up. Dragged back into a Quinn triple kill, and a Sinister Gaze gonna finish off the Golem for good measure. Lycan's dead body gonna sink into the ground in front of his base. Two core dead for a minute, and Gaimin Gladiators in a 3-minute period have gone from being underdogs, downtrodden, sad about how this game's going, to basically on the verge of victory and qualifying already because they're going for tier 4s.
And there's buyback on 3 of
dinner
these
time.
tier. Can you do much without this Niku sanking, without egg?
I don't think you can. Wait, it's getting close to 6 o'clock here. Now 6 p.m. in Europe, dinner time. Gaimin Gladiators are thinking, oh yeah, perfect. Let's finish this game off. Go for tier 3s down bottom for now. Respecting NAVI Jr. with one of their buybacks.
We said we just keep repeating it. The initiation is king. You're sanking your most important hero. Jump by Batrider and gets blown. Game buyback, no anything. It's almost impossible to fight after. I mean, it is impossible to fight straight after. Because if this sank, epicenter, BKB, shit, like there's nothing for you to look at this game. Like TA will not deal with this.
Roshan's still a minute and a half away. So we're going to try and scout it. TA will know exactly when it's up. And that's going to lead to Navi Jr. having an advantage in this next Roche fight. Just through knowledge of when Roshan's alive. And a rocket flare. And it's going to scout Watson. TA Traps trying to follow through with a bit of vision. But Gaimin Gladiators are re-smoking and wrapping around. Riddies won't see them coming. Naga Illusions dealing with traps all the way through. Scan turns red. Tofu steps over the trigger. The Navi Jr. at least now with a little bit of intel, but the jump. Lasso onto the clockwork, counteracted by the Sand King. Solar Guardian coming in. Celery going to get blown up here. Tries to turn and fight. Niku about to die while Quinn dominates them. 2 dire supports dead, yes, but they trade out the Sand King for it. Multi-buybacks as Quinn zips back in to take down Riddies. The Wolves struggling with the TA to stick on a target and do damage, but they found the Dawnbreaker now and they can bring her down. The egg is gone though, as Quinn annihilates Zayat. Silence and Bloodthorn turn into a little piggy. Quinn is about to fall. Buyback available from him and the Dawnbreaker if they want it, while Watson is still standing strong. The BKB Naga moves forward with the illusions, but taking a lot of damage in the fray, gets away, off they go. Templar Assassin in the vortex, stunned up again. Reddy's going to try and save, got the juice, but the Templar Assassin is in so much trouble with the buyback of Storm. They're over the top of the Assassin, and she's gone. 100 seconds, nothing left for Navi. 5 dead as Gaimin Gladiators exert their confident moves through the buybacks, take out this fight around Roshan, and start running down top lane.
Pretty much everybody buybacks. 6 buybacks are across the game. And Gaimin will just have more of them. 4 versus 4 is bigger than 2, and now they're just gonna run down mid. Yeah. He's the only hero left with a buyback in the game. He's most definitely gonna try to be one, but can he do much?
I don't think so.
I think so. I think
and that's what the all chat says. Gaimin Gladiators qualified to DreamLeague Season 25. Navi Jr. toppled at the last hurdle. And Gaimin Gladiators, I mean, a sigh of relief to make it